de flirter avec les étoiles, d'admirer notre planète depuis le cosmos. Alors, envolez-vous pour l'infini, décollage immédiat. Voici DJ. PROMZ NYC.
Ouais, tout j'ai braqué sous. J'en tout cas semble goûter miel ou. Même femelle vle vin font la cour. Gen ça qui campé au jaloux. Ou met tout le monde au garde à vous. Personne va faire demi-tour. Chaque fois ouvert bouchou pour parler. Tout le monde attendait. Assoyez à la c'est vous qui règne. Vous méritez beaucoup d'amen. Vous mettez l'autre dans la peine. Ou sans problème qui pas de solution. Ou sans problème qui charge émotion. À l'instant même, c'est tout le monde qui
Oui, madame, monsieur, bonjour, bonsoir. C'est le groupe Harmonique sur nos ondes à l'heure de l'émission One Touch. One Touch, je nous connais, c'est Family First Life, émission ça qui paraît tous les mercredis et les vendredis. Moi, Myrlène, après j'ai chevelu, a fait femme dans son problème. Myrlène, et comment ça y est, je dis?
Hello everyone, how you guys doing? It is One Touch. Starting off with me, my other colleague is coming. Today we're gonna have Rita join us, and then my colleague Peterson is not here today, but we have another colleague named Stefan. He's gonna be coming in. We have some great news for you guys today. Things that I know that my Haitian community have been waiting for that, and I know that they need it badly. So we do need that badly. So I believe that everybody that's been watching the news, I mean, even getting text message, they will see that they just recently tell us that how the Haitian can get ready, prepare themselves for us to start to file the TPS. So that's the great news that I have for you guys today. So waiting for Rita to come and waiting for my colleague Stefan to come. So they're gonna be the one. Stefan gonna break it down to you guys. What do you guys gonna need to be able to apply for the TPS? So that's the great news that I bring to you guys this Friday, that I know there's a lot of people waiting for that. So you know, it's One Touch. Our company is called One Touch. So we like to, our job is to come and tell you guys all the service that we do upstairs, that we could help you guys out, because I believe that there's a lot of stuff that people don't know, and then there's other thing that we have people that's taking wrong information from people. So when they come to the tell, I heard that, but like, no, this is why you need to, when somebody tells you something, if you don't just believe it right away, you can do your own research. So and then I think the great news, that one of the good news from that the TPS that they're letting you guys apply, is that if we had somebody that just came from Haiti yesterday, if you was in that airplane yesterday, you reach America and your passport is stamped that you reached the airport today, yesterday, July 29th, you will be eligible to apply for the TPS. So that's some great news to a lot of people that did travel. We know recently what just happened to our president in Haiti. So we know like a lot of people that probably had visas was trying to leave the country because right now we're still in crisis. We still don't know what's going to happen. So especially we still have people back home that don't have visas that can't make it yet. But that's the great news that we do have for you guys, that I have my colleague Stefan that's gonna be talking to us today, and then my colleague Rita is coming, but hello Patience, she's always a little late, and we're working on that. So that's one of the great news that I'm waiting for them to get here, that they can break it down to you guys little by little, and to tell you guys what's the process that you guys need to do for you guys to prepare yourself for the TPS, to be ready for the TPS, because I know that a lot of you guys need it. Being in this country with no status is very hard. Being in this country, you don't have no status. So this is why immigration is one of our hot topic, is one of the service that we are proud to do. We are proud to get into it, because as we sit and study, that we have a lot of people that is doing it, and it's because they just speak English, they doing it. So our service that we're trying to do is make sure that everything is done properly, and that the person do get the status that they're supposed to get. So that's why that I am very proud that my office is stepping in to do the immigration process, because we know this, and we have a lot of clients that come to us, and it's heartbreaking because their papers was filed wrong, a mistake was made, and it's like the person just take the money. So we trying to see what can we do better than this other place, that we make sure that yes, you come to us. It's our office, it's a business that we open, we trying to elevate, but at the same time we want our name to be we want people to talk about us. So whenever we do take the case, we study it perfectly, and if it's something that we see that is very hard, that we cannot make it happen, we're not gonna take your money. We'll just tell you, listen, it cannot happen, we cannot do it. You want to go somewhere else, you go somewhere else. So I have my colleague Stefan is here, so I'm gonna make him introduce himself, since I already say his name, but he can repeat his name, and then he's gonna break it down to you guys little by little, everything that you guys gonna need to have to be able to start the process of your TPS.
Bonsoir Merlin et bonsoir tout le monde. J'en dis un nom, c'est Stéphane. Et je dis à moi là pour m'expliquer plus ou moins ça y a bien besoin pour TPS là. Premier, l'autre bonne nouvelle, et pas seulement TPS là qui ouvre hier, qui bonne nouvelle là, l'autre bonne nouvelle qui est plus importante toujours.
You tell me, I don't know.
J'étais sorti de pièce là, dit c'est monde qui était là avant 21 mai. Mais date a changé à cause de la situation en Haïti. Il dit tout le monde qui était là avant 29 juillet, il doit être pièce là, il doit faire l'application. Ça veut dire presque nous 2 mois. Donc, il n'est pas 1er mai encore, monde qui entre après, il n'est pas 21 mai encore, il c'est 29 juillet. Monde qui entre après 21 mai, il est capable de faire le TPS. C'est jusqu'à 29 juillet, monde qui entre jusqu'à 29 juillet qui doit filer. Après 29 juillet, on pas doit filer. Premier bagage on a besoin pour faire TPS, c'est passeport. On a besoin de passeport parce que c'est lui qui a toute information, nom, prénom et puis nationalité. Mais si vous avez un passeport, tout les autres documents que vous êtes capable d'utiliser pour faire TPS là. Ça, on après les offices noirs et puis on explique que j'ai régler ça sur un passeport pour TPS là. Et puis deuxième bagage qu'on a besoin, c'est un document qui prouve adresse, preuve adresse. Charger le document qui a montré adresse, qui a montré que vous vivez sur le territoire avant date 29 juillet. Il est capable un bill, courant, gaz, de l'eau, il est capable lise caillou loyer, il est capable papier l'hôpital. Comme ça tout capable une lettre que l'église ou bien organisation qu'on doit fonctionner. Mais lettre ça, une façon pour le faire. Donc si on a un problème pour preuve adresse, on est capable toujours venir dans l'office nous, on a pas aider avec ça. Et puis l'autre bagage où on a besoin, c'est un ANI for you. Un ANI for you, c'est un petit cadre que l'immigration habituée bail l'on entrer dans le pays pour montrer dans quel moment entrer dans le pays dans quel aéroport passer. Mais il y a des gens qui généralement ne pas conserver ou bien ne pas faire attention à ça, par contre qui est important c'est qu'on perd. Mais nous-mêmes nous avons des techniques pour nous faire pour nous joindre tout document ça pour. Donc même le petit année fois là a toujours contacté nous et puis nous-mêmes n'avons pas joindre document ça pour capable faire ça sans problème. Et puis l'autre document qu'on a besoin c'est tout ça qui a rapport avec madame sous marié. Si vous avez un petit il y a besoin de toute information qui a rapport à Timon. Pour madame date madame bien mariée. Pardon. Date nous marié, nom madame, prénom, toute information sur lui. Date les fêtes. Et puis pour question comme là, nous avons boss nous pour venir et puis cap expliquer plus ou moins qui j'en a fait ça. Nous pas un prix fixe et ça fait là pas ba un prix de façon nous fait pièce là. Il dépend de cas moun. Que moun cap et situation pas compliquée. Donc c'est une application qui a fait assez rapide et donc les gon bagay la payer par rapport à l'autre monde que nous même nous devons aider pour le document d'identification s'il pas un passeport. Nous devons aider pour le preuve d'adresse ou bien nous devons aider pour le capable récupérer un année for yo. Donc prix yo varie. Donc l'étape toujours plus bon c'était passer ouais nous dans 1 Central Street Boston. Comme ça nous même nous capable consultation avant nous regarder qui document gain, qui document manqué et puis qui stratégie nous pas l'utiliser pour nous capable récupérer tout document ça yo pour nous capable permettre aux jeunes petites pièces là. Ça nous mieux de connaître. Ces pièces là est vraiment important pour mon ici parce que sans lui-même il y a des risques mon yo te kon peut-être pour essayer faire ce travail battable et puis essayer conduire sans permis. Ça on doit connaître le fait ce travail battable là un problème là-dedans. Problème ni là n'est pas le fait que yo ka arrêter et puis bon problème c'est ou même pas qu'à faire toute vie à travailler comme ça. Le grand monde faut moins gon côté au cas reposer et puis après pour l'état bossa pour le bas ou pour capable vivre parce que pas qu'à faire tout temps à travailler. Donc le travail battable l'état pas reconnaître qu'on travaille comme ça fait que ou même ou pas préparer vieillesse. Il est important, il est vraiment important pour nous de prendre bonheur pour essayer de garder qui est capable de légaliser la situation. TPS là pour ouvrir 3 août. Mais avantage au a déjà commencé à préparer tout document, on a déjà préparé formule pour voyer la date 3 août là. La fermé 3 février. Donc nous avons entre 3 août et 3 février pour nous voyer tout document. Donc plus bonheur pour faire ça, les plus bon pour parce que il y a à peu près 55 000 personnes qui te gen TPS déjà qui gen pour renouveler. Mon yo ça va expirer en octobre. Il y a environ 55 000. Et yo calculer tout, il y a 100 000 nouveaux monde qui va l'ajouter sur 55 000 monde qui te gen. Ça fait 155 000 monde. Donc plus bon on voyer document yo, c'est plus bon on réponse de l'immigration. Le voyer le temps, imaginez tout 140 000 monde fin passer ou même on reste là. Donc ça prend temps parce que imaginez c'est monde qui a travaillé sur le document. C'est pas machine qui a travaillé sur. Ça veut dire ça a besoin de temps pour traiter le document. Donc puis bon on peut attaquer situation ça, tu es capable de faire attention avec ça, c'est bon pour. Donc préparer tout document, si il y a un document manqué, contactez-nous pour nous même nous aider pour nous qui j'aime nous avancer avant. Et puis l'autre point qui est important pour nous connaître. Si vous avez arrivé, vous avez arrêté, toujours une possibilité pour gagner des pièces là. Par contre, vous avez une mauvaise information, comme quoi des députés qui ont problème avec la justice, ou pas gagner des pièces là. Ça dépend du degré de problème que vous avez à la justice là. Mais il n'y a pas un monde qui décide ça. Donc, vous devez essayer honnête tout dans l'application. Si vous avez un problème avec la justice, vous devez clair sur ça. Vous devez essayer nous aider pour prouver que et pas un bagage qui a fait que vous avez un problème à la société pour puis devant. Que vous avez droit à TPS là. Donc, ce qui est important, Jean-Michel Lameline, c'est pour nous contacter nous, relez-nous ou bien passer nous dans 1 Central Street pour nous capables d'aider avec l'application TPS. Merci.
Okay, guys, so that's my colleague Stefan just trying to give a little brief to the Haitian community that what they need to bring to their office if they in need of our service, that they need to contact us. The office is located in First Center, Brockton, Massachusetts, 4th floor. So it's a very hot topic. It's a very important subject that I know that a lot of people want to have status. I know it was very hard for them. So this is the opportunity that a lot of them was waiting for, because since the earthquake had happened, when they had give us the they had say the Haitian that I'm giving you the temporary status, I don't think they had give it again. So I mean it have been renewing, but it haven't been renewing for like people that never had it. So please, if you're one of those people, come forward, because you need it, because you can work, you can go to school. I mean, you can still go to school without it, but I believe that you can people even buy a house with it, you know. So you can accomplish a whole bunch of stuff with it, even open a business with it, you understand?
Parce que avec ça, on est capable de gagner social, on est capable de bâtir crédit. Ça veut dire qu'il y a un bon crédit qui permet de acheter caille, qui permet d'acheter une machine de rêve, qui permet d'ouvrir business, qui permet de faire un pile d'autres bagages dans le pays sans problème. Il y a un permis pour conduire normalement, sans qu'on pas besoin essayer de conduire en cachette, que la police capon sans permis, parce que il y a arrêté dans la conduite sans permis.
Okay. So you heard it. So I know a lot of people out there, you guys need it. So please reach out to us. If we could go knock every door, and if we had a list of people that we know that needed the status, to call them, because I know probably, I remember that when they first did it, when I met this old lady, this elderly, I asked her, did you do TPS? She said, oh no, I'm not doing it. It's the one reason why they invented TPS is to find out the people that didn't have no papers, and then they're gonna deport us. She said, I'm not giving my visa up, because I give my visa up, and then after I give my visa up, and then they know that I didn't have no papers in America, so I'm not doing it. I don't want it, because it's a way for them to track the Haitians that didn't have no papers. That's what she told me when I met her.
Mon sagon calcul n'est pas fait. Simple. Pas de possibilité pour aucun pays déporter 155 000 personnes. Parce que ça a un gros travail logistique demandé. Faut que déjà l'État a décidé de payer ticket avion pour tout le monde. Pas mon pays pour décider de payer ticket avion pour 155 000 personnes. Et puis, qui je vais le marché pour chaque monde? Je vais le marché à la police pour chaque monde de la caillou.
But you know.
Oui, bon, parfois, mon nous c'est des idées.
So that's why I believe there was a lot of people that didn't do it when that earthquake happened. There's a lot of people that refused to do it.
Bien au contraire, tu peux ça rapido, sortir dans l'illégalité. Et rapido, je n'ai plus l'opportunité.
Okay, so you heard Macaulay Stefan. Guess who's step in the building? Guess who's stepping?
Who else?
It's Rita.
Hi, everybody. Oh, this is pretty loud today. Hi, everybody. So I just want to say congratulations to the Haitian community out there. Guys, there's no reason why if you need this, you cannot take advantage of this right now. And I'm so proud. I have my good friend here, Stefan. This guy is a mastermind when it comes to immigration, when it comes to policy and procedure. This guy is super smart. I love him. I love his brain. I like to pick on his brain. So it's very, it's an honor to have him here because he knows his stuff. You know, he knows his stuff for real. And of course, my girl, Marlene. So you guys did you guys start? What are we?
Yes, we started telling them about the news.
Yes.
And you can finish. We started talking about, Stefan started telling them all the stuff that they need, all the document that they need, and then stop listening to people. If people say that it cannot happen, you're not going to know if you don't come and try. Even though, especially, he just tell them that even though if you were arrested, you need to come and tell us, that we will know if you're still eligible for it. Don't just listen to people that say, oh no, they arrested you can't do it at all, because it may be something minor that you got in trouble for.
Yes, and let us counsel you when it comes to that.
It's also about the date change. Now it's not May 21 anymore. It's July 29.
Yes. So exactly. So it's a new ball game. It's another chance, a big time chance. So I want to make it clear to you guys that there's a lot of countries, there's a lot, including my own Cape Verde, that would love to have this. And yes, a lot of people look at, Haitian is a refugee country. There's a lot of problem, but you know what? There's a lot of resources too to get you guys immigrate here. And TPS was made to do that. I know that, a lot of people has an issue. After we do the TPS and then when are we going to get that green card? But let's not look at that. Let's focus on now. What we need to do now for you to get that, that status. Let's look at what you need to do to get that Social Security and work authorization, because that's a game changer.
And we got it since 2010.
Yes. And it's been going around 2010. How come? My question is, how come are we not having people bombarded? Here's a way that United States of America, I'm not showing America off, but the mothers of many countries, if not all countries, want to give you the opportunity to say, you know what, you can get your temporary stay here, at least a temporary stay. And here's a way of doing it legally. Profound. You cannot get that nowhere else. We have people that come from multiple countries that are looking for something like this. So I don't know what's keeping the Haitian population away from this. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of myth. There's a lot of false, beliefs, and there's a lot of false, accusation about this process and how people has done it in the past. But for us here, we're gonna do it step by step, and we're gonna guide you. We're gonna make sure that this is done the right way for you, because not only it's gonna be a blessing to you, but it's gonna be a blessing to us, because our names will be out there and our credibility will be tested. So we want to make sure that you're going to get what you applied for. We want to make sure that you're going to get what you're looking for and what's out there for you.
Yeah, because you're not limited.
Yes.
You can pass, and it just passed in my head that I know someone of a friend that told me that her friend didn't have no status at all. So when she got the TPS, she got into nursing school to become a nurse. She have document. She could work.
No.
She have document. She could work. So, and then along the way, that's been a long time, since 2010, right? So now, what happened now? Now I think she got her papers or something. I think she have her papers now. I don't know how she got it through the hospital, but listen, like, a lot of people want to be a nurse. A lot of people would want to be in a healthcare field, but because they didn't have status, they were limited.
Exactly. So here we go, Haitian. You that has that friend, you that have that cousin, you that have that grandma. We want you in here, because this is the chance. They open it up. This is the chance. You don't get that every day. You don't get that. I have numbers of other countries, again, looking for this opportunity. But here it is, even if you, let's say if you got here yesterday, correct? If you got here yesterday, you can apply for this TPS. You can apply for a legal resident, even though if it's temporary. Just let it dawn on you. You can apply for this temporary protection service. We'll give you that authorization to work. We'll give you that Social Security, and with those documentation, you can get your license.
Yes, that's
what you can get your license in legit, in the right way. So go ahead.
Yes, like that's what Stefan was telling you guys a couple minutes ago. Like, Go ahead, Stefan. You want to repeat it again to the Haitians? Because sometimes we have to repeat stuff for it to sink in. And that's our job until it's sick in their head.
Ok. J'aime t'expliquer tout à l'heure, TPS là, il y a un peu l'avantage. Et ça, il t'a expliqué en anglais, et ça m'a dit plus ou moins expliqué tout. Il y a qui a un TPS là, capable d'aller à l'école facilement. Ou capable de permis pour conduire sans problème. Ou capable tout. gen social sécurité qui permet de gagner accès à un pile bagay l'état ici. Donc wap légal. Moun qui gen un pile temps par pays yo par famille yo, c'est occasion. C'est occasion pour gagner document légal qui après deux pour voyager, surtout un voyage de rêve vous devez faire pour aller visiter Paris, visiter Dubaï, visiter l'autre côté. Tu peux taper deux faire ça. So wap si pas regarder sur Facebook, regarder la télévision ou bien télé ça mon ami, c'est occasion même pour travailler dur pour profiter de ça.
Especially if they have a lot of time they eat that tom-tom.
Yes, au cas où on va manger tout manger envie manger, aller geler.
Make a stop.
Un petit bain dans la mer. Go on vacation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
eat the food that they really miss, the Caribbean natural organic food that they miss, you know.
Exactly. And it's a pathway. TPS is a pathway. Remember, they did it as a temporary to make it a pathway, to make it a pathway for people that wants to, finally get that green card, from green card, get that citizenship going. But, it's a pathway in Haitian community out there. Please hear me nice and clear. Take advantage of this pathway. Take advantage of it, because there's no I again, it dawned on me how hard people give it all to get to this country, and once you're in here, this is the opportunity. So I know, and I have talked, boldly spoke with people that came to the borders. You know how hard that is, and once they here's the opportunity to get them a status. Here's the opportunity to get them legalized. So once you're here, do not take that in vain. So I want to make it nice and clear. Here it is. We've been praying for this. We've been asking for this. Now it is. Now it's open. It's open for everybody. It's open for the Haitian community. When I say everybody, meaning the Haitian community, the Haitian citizens. So come in, call us, and then we can lead you and guide you to this process.
And they have to know too, it's depend on the case, it's on the person, so it's not general. Donc, j'aime d'expliquer nous toute étape ça va dépendre des situations moun nan. Parce que gen moun nan qui capable de arrêter, gen moun nan qui gen document qui manqué. Donc, pour moi qui passeport sans problème, on est capable de venir côté nous, on a payé deux jeunes documents identité qui a permettre d'appliquer petit pièce là. Yo été arrêté, même gens tout capable boire avec nous, nous regarder qui gens nous aider pour ça. Pour des problèmes preuve pour adresse tout, il y a plusieurs autres façons qu'a pouvoir adresse qui pas obliger un bill, qui pas obliger un pay stub, parce que normalement comme on pas de statut pas censé qu'à travailler dans le pays. Donc j'en ai dit là, bah nous appel passer ouais nous dans l'office là, et puis nous va regarder pour en fonction des situations, en fonction des cas où qui nous capable de appliquer pour lui. Ça qui est important, c'est que vous dans le pays avant 29 juillet. Ça vraiment important. De vous dans le pays avant 29 juillet, parce que la date l'a changé, pas quitter aucun monde, confusion, pas occuper aucun monde, bah nous faut information. De vous dans le pays avant 29 juillet, il y a possibilité pour appliquer petit pièce là. Date là, il change, il pas 21 mais encore c'est 29 juillet, ça vraiment important. Et puis l'autre bagage que nous devons connaître, processus là pour un processus qui était là net. Il a fermé 3 février. Il a débuté 3 août. Au cas où les documents vont aller, mais il a fermé 3 février. Ça veut dire tout le monde a fait ça assez vite. C'est passé vers nous pour nous capables d'étudier les documents, pour nous capables d'étudier les cas là, pour nous connaître qui nous va l'attaquer, pour nous garantir qu'il va bien de pièces là.
You heard him. That's what he's saying. And you know me, everybody that know me. Sometimes I can be a little mean, like Rita said. No, I like to say mean. Like Rita say, TPS is a great opportunity for the Haitian. Please, I'm pleading you. While you guys are under the TPS, we don't know what God can do one day. Right. We don't know if in the future, if it's gonna be Biden or if it'll be the next president that come, they're gonna say, you know what, everybody, green card. And just because you messed up, you don't get the green card.
And this government is working.
And then that means once they give the green card, I believe TPS ain't gonna be available anymore. So that means you're gonna be without no status. They can send you back. So please, the Haitians, please behave. Please, I'm pleading you guys. Because if I get that kiss in the office, I'll be the first one that'll be like, not even gonna want to listen because we told you behave. It's all about behavior. They give you this. It's a test. You see, they keep renewing it. One day you might get it. But just because you didn't listen, stop hitting women, stop being abusive, stop. Like, we need it. Our country did not give us no opportunity. If you hear you get this opportunity, behave, because I believe one day we will get up one morning, breaking news, everybody will get a green card, and it's gonna be ugly if you're gonna be one of those person that don't get it because you got a record. And this one, like Stefan say, maybe there's some record you'll be able to get a TPS. I believe this one you won't be able to get it at all. I had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. It's the raw. It's raw because it's so pure, but it's the truth. It's the truth because once you're given this opportunity, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want a stumbling stone because of some stupid decision or some emotional decision that you have made. Now you have to pay the consequence, you know? And, you know, we see people huffing and buffing to get here, how hard it is. Why would you be here and not take advantage of the resource that's available to you? Or even if you take advantage and then you crack it up, you mess it up.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and policies makers, they look at these things. They look at countries that are given these opportunity and say, you know what are they making this opportunity out of? You know, what are they taking advantage of it? Are they taking advantage of it for good or for bad? Because, you know, like you said, we never know. You know, hopefully praying that they don't take the TPS away from, you know, Haiti. But it may be, because if they say, you know, we have this great opportunity, we don't have enough person filling out for it, then this
what
there
they
must
progress
be,
what they have do with it,
or
they progress.
Even simplest thing, maybe they don't have a need.
Yeah. You didn't work, you don't pay tax,
right.
You didn't do nothing, you didn't go to school, you didn't do nothing.
Or you didn't even apply for it. Yeah. They can take it.
That's true.
Because when they put those policy and procedures, they think about numbers. How many people that may immigrate or that may stay here because of that protection? You know?
Yeah.
And if we don't have enough people to say, yes, there is a need, and show them that, you know what, there is a need, here's the need, here's the number. Look at the outbreak that we have here.
Especially the countries in crisis.
Yeah,
the economy went down.
Right, so and they might take it back. They might take it back and open it up for more other country. Because they said, you know what, Haiti has a crisis. Then how come people are not applying for it? Is there a real crisis? Is there something else? Then let's take Haiti out of it. This is what people need to think. When these policy and procedure makers, they think about the result after.
Ça moun yo de konnen tout son gros chance lié pour nous parce que il y a seulement 12 pays, only 12 countries. 12 pays qui ont possibilité pour appliquer pour TPS là.
Right.
Haïti fait partie de 12 pays yo. Et puis faut payer ça avec gros coup de zam cap tirer là-dedans.
That's a privilege.
Donc, comparativement avec nous-mêmes. C'est vraiment une grosse chance pour nous, un gros privilège que nous devons profiter de lui.
Right.
Il y a un pays Syrie qui fait un pile année dans la guerre. Il y a Yémen qui gagne guerre. Il y a Somalie qui gagne pile zone là-dedans qui danger, qui gagne guerre. Donc, il y a Venezuela qui a un problème partout actuellement. Donc, ces pays ça qui gagne un pile chance, qui jouent une chance pour gagner TPS. Donc, nous faisons partie de 12 pays ça. Regarde, nous comprenons que son bagage qui ouvre à tout le monde net. Parce que quand pile monde, j'ai envie de t'expliquer là, quand Védine t'as souhaité gagner. Mais dommage, quand pile monde qui a un problème de statut légal qui pas gagner, qui pas appliquer pour TPS. Donc son chance liée pour nous, une opportunité pour que nous-mêmes nous vinn ça nous t'a souhaité parce que ça pays ça son pays opportunité. Nous avons Obama qui est président. Je dis regarder Kamala Harris qui c'est petit ton jamaïcain avec une indienne qui a chance vice-président pays. Ça veut dire pays c'est vraiment un pays qui a un peu d'opportunité. Nous avons un monde qui est origine haïtienne tout qui fait partie de board Biden. Donc il y a un pile chance que nous capables de jouer avec TPS là profiter de lui mon. Puis nous été temps trop. Puis nous qui temps passé pour date 3 février arriver sous nous, li trop tard. Nous pas avoir application à lui encore parce que nous va connait qui ça cap gain demain. Donc on essaie prendre ça ba nous, quel bel nom nous. C'est avec bâton gain on pas coup. Donc kembel nan men nou et puis après ça nan garder pour ça ka privé. Surtout que le gouvernement ça il y a un pile bagage à travailler sur lui, il veut faire un gros réforme dans l'immigration. Donc pas grand qui dit que je veux dire OK pièce demain capable de green card et après right. Peut-être capable de citizenship. Donc tant pris j'en te dit à Merlin souhaiter que moun profite de situation parce que pas bagage jeune facile, c'est seulement 12 pays. Imaginez, il y a presque 200 pays dans le monde là. Il y a seulement 12 pays qui ont possibilité. Que les Américains ont possibilité ça. Donc on nous profiter de l'immunité. Tant pis, j'aime toujours dire nous chaque fois qu'on finit parler, relais nous bien passer voir nous pour nous garder pour qui possibilité de gagner. C'est one Central Street button. Okay?
Yes, if you want to, example, you don't want to be involved with the police, you're in that relationship, it's toxic, and you got TPS, I suggest you to break it off. Because once it start like that, police can be involved, something bad can happen, worse, So that's something that passed in my head. Yes, you don't have no status, you're in a relationship, it's toxic, walk away from it. Because that relationship that you holding on could damage you, and you can't go nowhere. And then again, that I know this is for my Haitian men. You come from here, you come from Haiti, you come here. All these young ladies out there, they do not look their age. And you don't want to get involved in that. I believe that will block you from getting your green card too. That will block you and get into more trouble. Even that will block you too, because they're going to say, why am I going to give a sex offender? So that passed in my head. We're not in Haiti, this is America. The child that you see that is so tall, that's looking like a water bottle shape, is gonna tell you're gonna think they're 26, but that they 17. So please, it's passing my head. It just passed, so I'm saying it to the men because I know that we're from Haiti. You see this beautiful girl and she's 15, but she look 22. Right, Stefan?
Right. Le bagay nous te oublié ajouter tout, nous renouveler TPS tout. Mon qui a TPS déjà, nous renouveler. Donc nous connaissons ça plus ou moins connaît processus déjà, que ça a besoin parce que tu as TPS déjà. Okay. Donc si on a besoin de renouveler TPS tout, on est capable de contacter nous tout. On devrait ajouter ça pour. Et puis monde qui peut gagner TPS, besoin qui a avantage les simple. Essayez de monde qui te gagne déjà. Là explique toute possibilité ça te balle dans le pays.
So with the TPS, is it something that example you apply here and then it tell you it's gonna expire like November, or does it expire when they already tell you have it for 12, you have it for 1 year? When that 1 year come, it doesn't matter when you did it, you expired.
Yes,
that's how it is.
Il a pour 18 mois.
Oh, so
peu importe l'offre là.
You did it 3 months before that, it still expired.
Yes, peu importe l'offre là,
they need to know that.
Take full advantage.
Yeah.
You have to take the full course.
They need to know about that because some of them might be hard-headed, never do it, and then when it's like 3 months left, they come and do it, and then with 3 months left, but you didn't even have time to work. I believe they're gonna be looking at this. I give you the TPS, you working, where's your tax you paying? You understand? So you can't just file it and just put it there and don't work, right? So you file it, you work. That's the whole thing. The country want to see that I give you this, but you also paying tax in my country. You're not just sitting here.
Right.
So another question that I would love to know, another thing that I would love, not a question, but it's a clarity. Another thing that we like to bring it clarity is that they think, a TPS is only for adult who can work. Only that who can work and pay the taxes. So I wanted to make it clear to them, elderly and children. So go ahead.
Oui. Donc, l'État voulait m'expliquer que TPS n'est pas seulement pour grand monde, c'est pour jeune monde. D'ailleurs, ça fait prix différent pour un monde parce qu'un petit monde qui a 14 ans pas besoin de travail. Donc, gain TPS ni pour petit monde ni pour grand monde. Même le gain 65 ans ou capable d'appliquer pour TPS au-delà 66 ans. Monde qui a 66 ans et plus, il y a un prix qui est différent de monde qui gagne moins que 66 ans ou bien monde qui gagne moins que 14 ans. Donc, petit monde, jeune monde, bien grand monde, tout gagne doit TPS, tout doit appliquer pour TPS. Il permet au travail, mais pas seulement travail. Imaginez, il y a petit monde qui n'a pas de statut légal dans le pays qui en bas 14 ans, vous voulez voyager avec. Donc, vous obligez un document légal pour lui. Donc,
TPS tape d'eau fait ça. Pour filer taxe avec.
Oui. Pour gain social pour filer taxe avec elle, pour l'école, pour foncer de l'activité, donc là besoin. Donc, on doit gagner vie maman qui fin grand monde qui était là pas de statut légal. Ou tu besoin faire tourner dans le pays, la loi amis, aller dans mission mon l'église moi qui me aller. La mission comme une activité l'église yo qui sont l'église à Haïti et puis l'activité tu fait besoin aller ouais bête en dehors, aller ouais terre quitter. Donc tout le monde ça qui doit ça tout. Et pas seulement monde qui capable travailler qui doit TPS là. Mon a 14 ans avec mon qui en haut 66 ans tout, il doit TPS là. Il est capable d'appliquer pour lui.
Okay, a question for Rita. Somebody that have a TPS, right? But they have a child. That child, they have status, but they did the TPS for the child. The child have a social now, right? Can they? I know that person cannot get food stamp, but can that child get food stamp?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to say that.
Yep. That child can get food stamp.
Because child, it doesn't matter.
Child can get food stamp. Elderly can get food stamp too
Elderly
on
can
the
get food
TPS
stamp.
Social Security.
It's just that the other people can't.
The other, any adult that's not elderly cannot get because they have to be the immigration status has to be 5 years. But children and elderlies.
One of the news that I'm hearing last night when I was at the gym, this young lady was telling me that she's like, "Oh, I'm thinking of moving back. I'm thinking to move to New York because New York is giving housing. It's just be giving housing people with no social. It's like there's a lot of housing opening up right now in New York.
I mean, New York is very flexible when it comes to immigrations because their status is different than Massachusetts. Massachusetts, we're more, as I like to say, more constitutional. We're more preserved here, but New York are more open.
So there is something about the housing.
I mean, every opportunity for immigration there is in New York, from housing to any type of assistance, any type of even legalization or simple things as a driver license. So New York are very flexible on those things when it comes to them. But the only difference is between New York and Massachusetts is Massachusetts we have more of jobs, I think, even though New York are willing to give these things, but I think Massachusetts as a core, we have more jobs available that immigrants can do. New York does a lot of jobs, but it's not as much as like the industry.
High qualification.
Right, qualification, exactly. So the industry is different. Here we have more manufacturing, we have more constructions, we have those that it's a hand-on. So Massachusetts are more prone to immigrant just because of the job market in the industry. And also I wanted to point out, which is very, very clear. So I know there's a bunch of people, there's a bunch of different ideas out there, and different state, it depends on where you filed. Let's say the TPS, if you're in Florida, you file your TPS versus you filed in Massachusetts or you filed in New York.
It shouldn't be. It's all the same, right?
It's all the same, but in the same token, there's difference.
Okay.
Because
there is a difference for the biometric, so
right,
the appointment.
Right. There's different in procedures and how each state treats it. In Florida, you might look, it takes longer. New York, believe it or not, it might take longer. Massachusetts can be the faster, Massachusetts can be really fast. And I think Connecticut and New Jersey is not that slow neither. Because we have to look at it like this. These states like Florida and New York, they're very heavy on immigrations. They're heavy cases on immigrations. So you have a state like Massachusetts, we're busy, but we're not that busy. We're not that busy. Like Miami or Florida itself, it's very busy when it comes to immigrations. So the states, the state of Florida is being bombarded with different cases. Here, Massachusetts is very lean, very easy process. Just because we get a little bit of each, I think. We get a little bit of each policies that take place. And here, we have one of the biggest state that, that drew let's say the citizenship. We have the JFK building, which is one building. They do like almost everything there. So Massachusetts does it faster. So when it comes to TPS too, it's the same ball game. So you can relate that to them. You might find if you're in Florida, it may take you longer than Massachusetts, and that's okay. That's because of the state. So that does matter.
Oui, parce que j'ai t'a expliqué, en fonction des state où il y a, il faut avoir rendez-vous pour aller faire biométrique. Donc, si state par exemple Florida ou bien New York, il y a un peu de monde, il cherche le monde, donc on a toujours moins de chance pour un rendez-vous là rapide. Par rapport à Massachusetts, qui a moins immigrants, donc rendez-vous là, il y a possibilité pour le pays rapide, ou bien Connecticut ou bien New Jersey. Et ça, il t'a expliqué.
And also, if we look at all the countries, it's 12, right? All the 12 countries, and you see, if we do just a search to see which country has taken advantage the most out of the TPS, Haiti is one of the least.
Venezuela too.
Yeah, Venezuela. Like, how come you get this awesome opportunity and you don't take, I think Honduras and Salvador is on the tops. How come you're not taking advantage of this? How come you're not taking advantage of it? It's pretty concerning. I know people that's from another country, they go to Salvador or they go to Honduras, they get the citizenship there, and then they come here just to get the TPS. Because they can prove they're from Honduras. They have legal status in Honduras. And they come in, they apply. Look how many steps this individual has to go through to get this. And in the country of Haiti has this. How come they're not taking advantage of it?
They're listening to she say, she this, she that. This one say don't do it.
But when the policymakers step back and are willing to give the green cards,
then everybody gonna try to like run for it, but it's gonna be, they're probably gonna even look at it. When did you do it?
But the green card, chances of the green card are less and less and less if less people do it. If the more people do it, okay, the more people do it, the more people they put into practice, the more people use it, then they're gonna say yes. There's a need for them to, because this is a lot of people if we lose out of this country.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give you your green card because we don't want you to go. Right. That's, I would think it like that. And these policymakers, you know, they think the same way. Yeah, 55. Wow, look at that. This includes approximately 55,000 current TPS in Haiti benefits. Wow. So that is a problem. Because we are I don't know why people are not applying for this.
And they're waiting for 100,000 people.
Yeah. So 55,000 and they have a pool of 100,000 people.
I explained that to them in Creole at the beginning.
Some people are afraid about the case. The case before, some people have criminal case, some people have child support, some people have so many cases.
Yes, they have to come.
They're scared about it.
They can still apply.
They have to come and see us, and it depends on the case.
You don't know the mentality of Asian.
Thank you.
Something they stay away.
Thank you.
Don't go and stress the policymaker to make something available for you if you're not willing to take advantage of it. What's the point of you telling your wife to make a nice meal if you're not going to eat it?
But I understand that in your reality. But Asian, when they tell them, if you go there, they're going to arrest you, they will never go there.
Nobody will arrest them, though.
But somebody else probably will try them there.
Now and before and forever, okay, allows us to teach these people.
Yeah, they need it.
To get that breakthrough. Because we're not here just for the business concept of it. We're here to teach people, to empower them.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a way of doing this. And these policymakers and this country has made a way for you to do it. So they give a pool of 100,000, okay, only 55.
I got to do they afraid, like Claude say, they're afraid.
You can say 50%. Only 50% are applying for it.
Yeah.
So when they say no, we're not going to give a green card because there's not a need.
So the other country, the 12 of those countries have more.
Yes.
And they could be a chance for them to get a green card. They'd be like, well, Haitians did not show that they really did need it.
There's no need for it because if they're going to make available only 50%, but if they make it available to other countries are 80-90%, they're going to give it to them.
Yeah.
So Haitian people out there, family, friends, I know there's about 100 million people in Haiti, looking forward to get to this country, want to come to this country just to touch the soil of this country. And you guys are here not taking advantage of where you can make a pathway for not only for yourself but for your family and future generation. That's a problem.
They need to be teaching. They need to be taught a lot of their ears, and they're gonna need more food to do that because it'll take some time to go into their heads. Because Haitians are hard-headed when it comes to that part. Whenever you're telling them something that's good for them, they would rather listen to the other person that don't know nothing, any knowledge about it. Say them is bad, they will listen to them.
Why is that though? This is such a great opportunity. What is the hold up?
I don't know.
You tell any Cape Verdean people to have this opportunity, they don't care the price. They will pay $1 bazillion to have this opportunity.
Okay. And I believe even if they say you're going to get arrested, you got to take a chance because...
but immigration is not family court or the court. So.
Yeah. Immigration. And then here what we do is we talk to you about your criminal records. We even check your criminal record for us to see how we're going to design it, how we're going to do this for you.
And there's different level in criminal record.
Yes, there's a minor, there's misdemeanor, and there's felonies. There's different type of crimes. I think it's worth a shot. Yes, it is. It's worth a shot. Like you said, we're not going to go on everybody's door.
I'm not Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, so we can't knock on nobody's door and say, here we go, people. We just come and bring you, and of course the HMI PROMZ News are here to help us in delivering this to you, but everybody else has to do their part. So call us, make us an appointment so we can go ahead and assist you and help you out, but you have to do your part. So, okay? So I'm hoping and praying that after this, a lot of people will call us, a lot of people will get into an office to get the help, even if it's with us. My hope is with us, but if not, that's okay, as long as you get the help and take advantage of this great opportunity, because Haiti really hit home for me. I have a lot of friends, a lot of family member through in-laws, a lot of colleagues from a long time. So I want you guys to take advantage of this, because I know there's many culture, including mine, there's many countries out there that's looking for this opportunity. So thank you for being with us. You guys have a blessed, great weekend, and of course we'll see you on Wednesday. We're gonna talk a little bit more about this on Wednesday too. I think next week will be fair enough to kind of chew it off and grind it off. So go ahead. Thank you guys. So share this video, like this video, call your mom, call your cousin, tell your cousin, and everybody else that you know that we're here to help you.
All right, everyone, have a good night.
Have a good day. It's 2 o'clock.
Tout le monde au revoir et puis m'attend nous parce que nous capable commencer voir TPS sur 3 août. Donc m'attend nous après show là monde qui capable passer dans office là, ça capable aller nous demain si venir ouvrir tout samedi, so on attend tout le monde. Merci, au revoir, passez bonne journée.
Thank you.
Voilà, c'était One Touch Family First Life tous les mercredis et les vendredis. Côté yo vini porter toute information qu'on besoin connaître et pas fait tête ou du pas faire oreille ou raide ou même qui des cas ou caché qui n'a payé pendant 10 ans pendant 20 ans pas de papier second document légal là mais ou qu'a prouvé comment te faire rentrer ici et automatiquement qualifié et avant c'était mon qui était entré dans pour 21 mai et je dis à des décisions éducation prend mon qui était entré avant 29 juillet yo automatiquement qualifié pour yo papier pas fait dû Haïti pas bon on connaît que nous gain bagay la ka nous t'a mal fait mais la vie plus important que toute bagaille et sinon là je pense que l'état important pour nous checker avec monsieur dame One Touch là One Center Street 4e floor et puis téléphone c'est 774 946 40 88 et pour qu'envoyer un email ba yo dans onetouchbr21@gmail.com yo là tous les mercredis entre 1h et 2h et je pense que mercredi prochain m'a ba une possibilité en 30 minutes encore pour parler plus de questions ça parce que nous connaissons que c'est ça m'a en termes de citoyens m'a en 30 minutes comme mercredi pour parler plus de affaires de là et pour ou même qui ont gens peur ou même yo bon mauvaise information qu'on pas gagner avant prendre n'importe décision et vinn joindre puisque pas l'état ou pas police ou pas parito et puis y a exactement qui sont besoin faire pour capable bénéficier tout avantage l'état ici États-Unis mettez pour eh bien la musique demeure sur nos ondes puisque c'est HMI PROMZ c'est toute la musique tous les jours et nous parlons quitter avec musique mais plus tard nous allons un rendez-vous à 4 pour émission pas maintenant chut attendez alors nous dit tout le monde bon début de week-end puisque nous qu'a dit ça mais on connaît que le pas applicable pour Haïti mais quand même nous dit c'est vendredi c'est la bresson hein
The gateway is open you are all coming with me
D'être en apesanteur.
Here we go again.
De flirter avec les étoiles. D'admirer notre planète depuis le cosmos. Alors,
I will show you things you've never seen.
envolez-vous pour l'infini.